Hi, I'm Pastor Fred. Would you like more happiness in your life? This is the name of a new four-part series on happiness. And this is part two. And part two is keep learning. First, let's review part one. Part one teaches your actions create happiness and you control your happiness by your actions. Remember the difference between joy and happiness? Joy comes from the inside. Happiness comes from the outside. So one way is to create happiness is by your actions. Therefore, you are in charge of creating your happiness no matter your current mood. To create happiness, we said there are four things you need to do. Number one, you need a happiness idea. And a great place to find a happiness idea is look at a calendar to see what holidays are coming up. Think about things coming up in your family life like birthdays and anniversaries. Anything that has the potential to make a happy memory, and for God's sake, don't ruin it, especially if it's your child's birthday. If it is negative, try to make something positive out of it. Second, create a plan of actions. 3, to make sure you follow through, you tell somebody to hold you accountable. The best way is to ask a person to help you with the plans. For example, tell them about having a themed birthday party and ask them to help. By the way, it could be an adult birthday party for someone else. Number 4, text me because I want to know. Remember, your actions are part of your memories, so make them worthwhile. Part 2 on being happy. Part 2 is to create happiness in your life is keep learning. And learning new stuff is a major source for happiness ideas. And this is great for the person who has zero creativity and just cannot create a happy idea if it bites them in the, well, you know where. For a lot of people, the idea of learning something new brings up, not so good memories of being in school. For example, that class you did not like? Okay, let's do a behavioral exercise called reframing. It's one of my favorite. Reframing is simply turning the experience or source of a bad memory into a positive experience. For example, you did have that bad birthday party, and ever since that experience, you don't like birthday parties. We will reframe this new birthday party using our happiness ideas from our new learning experiences and learning ideas. Now, you've created a fresh new memory about a birthday party. Afterwards, you will associate birthday parties with this positive birthday experience. I want each of you to become a lifelong learner for many reasons. But for now, learning is a major source to create happiness in your life. The accumulation of learning is called wisdom. It's also proven by the U.S. Center for Disease and Control Prevention. They have found people with bachelor's degrees or the equivalent will live a decade longer than people who don't have one. Wisdom helps you understand learning is not simply book stuff for a grade. In our game plan for relapse prevention, every area talks about learning new coping skills for relapse prevention. For example, learning new social skills such as learn how to dance, go hiking, photography, or any new hobby with the sole purpose of having fun. It is so important in relapse prevention to change our environment. One of the hardest things to do is to get rid of your circle of old friends still using drugs. These new learned social skills can introduce you to a new group of friends. Remember, we migrate towards the people we hang around with. There is a true saying, if you want to soar with eagles up high, don't hang around with the buzzards and dead animals on the ground. But if we think about it, the more certificates, degrees, etc., the better opportunities we will find, and that will help us enjoy a more comfortable life. The starting point is to obtain your GED if you left high school due to your drug addiction. My dad went back to get his GED when he was over 40 years old, and yet he had an engineering company for many years prior to that. Spiritually speaking, happiness leads to wisdom. Wisdom is a spiritual issue. Wisdom helps us recognize what we control and not control. Wisdom helps us learn there are too many things we control except on our own action. Let me say that again. Wisdom helps us learn there are not too many things we can control except controlling our own actions. Well, that was the second one. I'm Pastor Fred. Take all this in the heart and seek that happy life. You deserve it, you earn it, and you can get it. So long from Pastor Fred and all of us at Startbupe, and have a blessed week. Bye-bye.